Hey! WolfGxngDon, never lagging. 2K bills to the fraction. Breaking it down to the pound, puts news and views on tips to get you cracking. It don't stop till we on top, boy. Brick by brick, we gotta build. Give a like and drop a sub. This WolfGxngDon, you know it's real. Never chill. No. Sauce it up, we stacking, getting bills. Peep the traction, getting badges. 2K champ, this how it feels. This the dawn, yeah. Running it up, no time to play. You know what's on, yeah. The greatest builds inside 2K.
First things first, make sure y'all do me a favor and go ahead and like the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, man. It's your boy Don back here with another build video, and today I got y'all with a Zion Williamson build. And on this build, we will be going absolutely crazy. I'm gonna be able to do a little bit of everything. I'm talking about finishing, shooting, playmaking, and play a little bit of defense as well as rebound. In the physicals, always gonna be good, man. You know how I get down. But they just put Zion's dunk package in the game, and I think it's going to be a pretty good package to use, but we'll see. All right, man, first things first. Power forward, hand is up to you, jersey number is up to you. So for the body settings, we got 6'6", max weight, max wingspan, so that's 265 and 7'3" on the wingspan. Go define, because you know Zion, all diesel and all that. So we're going to start off with the finishing. So the close shot, because Zion is one of the best finishers close to the rim in the game, we're going to take that up to an 85. That will give you the ability to put fast twitch on gold, man. And if so, this build is a power forward, but if for some reason you get to play small forward, you will have a crazy mismatch almost every time, man. So with the driving layup, we're going to take that up to an 87. The driving dunk, we're going to take that up to a 93 because we want to go crazy with the contacts, man. You got to get those contacts on there. So the standing dunk, we're going to take that up to a 78. So you should be able to get those standing dunks. You see we do get rise up on bronze. If you want to run that, by all means do your thing, my boy. And then with the post control, we're going to take that up to a 94, and that serves two purposes. For one, we want to make sure we get back down punisher and drop stepper, but that 94 post control gives you quick first step on gold, which is one of the things that you will need to play like Zion. Now for the mid range, we're not going to go very high with that. So we're just going to leave that for now. We're going to take the three-pointer up to a 75, man. So you want to be able to hit threes, because a build that really can't hit threes at all kind of a liability out there unless you were just completely dominant at your other thing. This will give you the ability just to make them, you know what I'm saying? So we got 60 for the mid-range, a 75 for the three-point shot, and then for the free throw, because you will need to be able to hit free throws on this build, we're going to take this up to a 77, which is more than enough. As long as you are around that 70 range, you're good to go. Now for the pass accuracy, man, we're going to take this up to a 76, and that's the magic number for that gold break starter. So on the times that you do get those boards, make sure you can pass it down the court and you can be accurate with it. Now with the ball handle, we're going to take this up to an 80 so we can get some decent, you know, some decent dribble moves. With the speed with ball, we're going to take that all the way up to a 74. Which is pretty decent for this build. We will be, you know, compensating a little bit with the acceleration. We're gonna give them a little bit of that. Now the interior defense, we're gonna take that up to a 75. So you can play a little bit, like you're not gonna be just straight up blocking everybody, but you'll be decent. With the perimeter defense, we're gonna take this up to a 72. I mean, Zion isn't necessarily known for his defense, but you'll be able to play a little bit. Now the steal, we're gonna take this up to a 58, which, hey man, you're not gonna be playing the passing lanes on this build anyway, but it'll be decent. So now with the block, we're going to take this up to a 70 so we can make sure that we get that bronze anchor. Now for the offensive rebound, we're going to leave that where it is for the time being, but the defensive rebound, we're going to take this up to an 85, and we're just going to let the offensive rebound be what it is. So that takes the offensive rebound up to a 40. Now time for these physicals, man. We're going to start off with the speed. We're going to leave that at a 75. Take this acceleration up to a 70. For the strength, we got to go crazy with the strength. We're going with a 95, man. This kid is one of the strongest players at his size for sure. So with the vertical, we're going to take this up to an 85. And last but not least, the stamina, we're going to take that up to a 90. So we end up with an astounding 28 finishing badges, 10 shooting badges. You'll be straight with that. 17 playmaking and 14 of them things on defense. Now, one thing I will say about this build, if you want to use extra badges in the finishing category, in order to get a couple of badges you probably wouldn't be able to get, like you can pretty much run all of those tier 3 badges if you put a few extra into finishing, or if you just do the double core. If you hit 40 a couple seasons ago, you'll be straight. But the defense, I honestly don't feel like you need much of the defense because this is a power forward build, so you'll be, rebounding a little bit. So that box out beast, we got that on Hall of Fame. You'll be able to help out the center just a little bit, even if it's only taking a man off of the thing. Now we're going to talk about these takeovers, man. We do got finishing, sharpshooting, playmaking, post take. This build can do a lot of everything, kind of like Zion, you know what I'm saying? But for it to be like Zion, I'm going to go with finishing moves and power back downs, but make sure you pick the takeovers that match what you do if you make this build. Now we can go ahead and finish this thing up. And of course, man, in the shades of, it's going to be pretty decent. So we got Pascal Siakam, Zion Williamson. Anytime I make a player build, I try to get the player in the shades of. And then Julius Randle, all some pretty solid players. They can all shoot it a little bit. It's a pretty decent shades of, in all honesty. And it comes out as an interior finisher. Now, we're going to talk about these badges, man, because there's a couple different ways you can run the finishing badges. And I want to make sure I account for those, let y'all know like the best badge lineup if you want to be like a post-scoring big man, or if you want to be, one of those slashing types. So, all right, man, let's get right into those badges. So with the finishing badges, we're going to start out with Limitless, Posterizer, and Slithery all on gold. Those 3 badges will have you able to drive and finish with the best of them, man. You already know Posterizer does Limitless takeoff. You're going to need that if you're going to be any type of Zion build, of course. Then we got Slithery on gold as well. That's just to help you get through that traffic. Now, we do have that paired with a gold Aerial Wizard and a gold Fearless Finisher. Both of those badges are very important because, for one, you want to have gold Aerial Wizard. You want to be able to catch them oops, man. I'm sorry, but oops are probably one of the funnest ways to score in this game. So if you want to be able to do that at a high level, I suggest putting Aerial Wizard on. Now, you can catch them without Aerial Wizard, but I'm going to just let you know it's going to be a little tough. And Fearless Finisher, just so you can finish through that contact, man. Of course, you're going to get a lot of it on a build this small. I mean, we're going to talk about the playmaking badges in a minute, but we do have gold quick first step. That's very important to the build. Now, we did put on drop stepper as well because I feel like Zion is a big body dude. You know what I'm saying? He be just running through people, and drop stepper help you when you're not running through people, getting that post, especially when you have one of those mismatches, because you'll have one more often than not. Power forwards don't typically have a lot of strength, so you can use drop stepper and get busy with it. Now for the shooting, Zion isn't a great shooter, but I did add a little bit so you can be pretty solid. So we got catch and shoot on silver, green machine cord on silver as well. Then we got midi magician on bronze, slippery off ball on bronze. I like to use slippery off ball just because I feel like it helps you navigate through that traffic a lot better when you do have the badge, man. You stop getting bumped as much on your way to the rim. We got volume shooter on silver and claymore on silver. Claymore is one of those important badges that you're going to need. So for the times that you don't have the ball, the times that you aren't going to be able to drive, and this build can shoot a little bit, so you want to make sure you put claymore on there to be able to hit those standstill shots, because a lot of the times once people see you finishing at the rim like that, they will stop guarding you at the 3-man. That's just how randoms play for the most part. Now for playmaking, we're going to core clamp breaker. You're going to need that on this build, man. Clamp breaker is invaluable to how this build plays. Then we got hyperdrive on silver, quick first step. We're going to put that thing on gold. It will make you very quick. Remember, we had to use that high post control to get that. Then we got unpluckable on gold. The ball handle on this build isn't like crazy high or anything, but we do have a little bit of ball handle. We will be able to handle the rock a little bit, and you don't want to be getting stripped like that. This build also is able to rebound, and with being able to rebound, you're gonna want to have break starter on, man. Just trust me on that. If you don't use break starter on your build, I feel like you're probably missing out on a little something. Now, time for the defense. You gotta have that chase down artist on. We're gonna core that on silver. We got anchor on bronze. You probably won't get a lot of blocks, but you'll get a couple, man. Some people come down in the paint with some foolishness. You can go ahead and send the packing. We put Pogo on just because I have anywhere to put that badge. You could put that on off-ball pest as well, get that up to silver. We got a silver rebound chaser. Now this build is not the primary rebounder, but you want to be able to help out a little bit. That gold brick wall, honestly, it is for setting screens, but I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. When you set no screens, you are looking to roll. So you want to make sure you get an effective screen, then roll to the basket, man. I'm telling you, brick wall will definitely help you get open as well as get other people open on your team. And last but not least, we got box out beast on Hall of Fame. You are not the primary rebounder once again, but I'm sure your big man would love it if you help box out just a little bit, man. Get some other people off his back, help secure that rebound, man. You're not going up for the board yourself, but to be able to help out will help your team overall, man. But that's pretty much it for me, man. Those are the badges. Like I said, on the finishing, there's a couple different ways you can set this up. Like, let's say you wanted to be more of a, you want to have more of a post presence. You can go ahead and take that off, put back down Punisher on there, you know what I'm saying? Put post spin technician on there. And if you want to use Giant Slayer, I mean, you got those extra badges. For me, I think I got about 7 or 8 of them things at this point in the year. So, you know, anywhere you feel like you're lacking, you can go ahead and make that up. And even if you want to run Bully, because Bully is a pretty fun badge to run, you can take Slithery off of there, equip Posterizer on Gold, and then Core Bully on Hall of Fame. That'll make you that wrecking ball that Zion is, man. But yeah, that's pretty much it for me. I'll catch y'all boys in the next one. Make sure before you slide on out of here, you hit that like and subscribe if you haven't already. It's your boy Don. I'm up out of here. Peace.
Piling paper, got them talking nice to me. Down the bottle, it be going right through me. Brown baby, down to take a flight to me. They think that I'm stunting, but it's slight to me. Piling paper, got them talking nice to me. Guess that's why the